Okay, we're here at a job in Mammoth Lakes. What we're going to do is, this is a lot of deferred maintenance. The railings you can see here were wood, as well as the stringers, but we're going to be replacing the decks. So we have beams, and you can see the third story up there. We've already started. So we're going to be replacing this railing, which has integrated seating, with stainless steel. Actually, no, galvanized steel. We'll show you that in a few minutes. What we have in the truck. We have our welder, and then this is our intermediate supports in between the beams. So those will go in between these beams up high to support the new Trex decking. Okay, now for a better view. This is what the old railing used to look like. Slanted back and a little seating area. This is the area we're working on today. So we have 4 cantilevered beams that go all the way through the house. And we have old wood decking that spans that 5 foot. We're going to use Trex because it's a mountainous area. They want more maintenance. And also these beams, we have to put some waterproofing on top. So either a bituathane or a sheet metal cap, one of the two. So in between each of these beams, we're putting a support, welded support, with a metal joist that goes every 16 inches to support our new wood, which is going to be a engineered wood, Trex. And that's what's in the truck down there. I'll show you the buckets. We're going to put a bucket on the end of each beam too, with an angled back. We're going to tack them in right now and then bring them back to the shop, and we're going to get the whole thing galvanized so it's low maintenance. And now we've tacked in this plate here, this plate here. Now the reason why I say we tacked them in, you'll see these 2 screws that are holding them in, there and there. Those are temporary screws. We're going to weld on our posts, and then we're going to remove these screws. The larger holes are for lag bolts for these beams. So you see those 3 holes. So we're going to tack everything on and then send it to the factory to get galvanized. So now what we're doing is we're going to drill this in just temporarily. Drive that screw in, put another one here, then we're done for now. All right, so now we're going to lift these pieces up. These are the pieces that are going to hold the deck joists in place. So now what we do is we're going to put them in place right here. We cut them long in the factory. I mean, they were long at the factory, the shop. So now we're going to cut them in place, weld them. You'll see that next, cut them and weld them. Then we're going to pull them out and bring them back to get galvanized. Oh, well, I'm going to edit that out. So right now we're going to cut the ends to length. It's a metal chop saw. Already cut one. And then we're going to do a dry fit up here, tack it in with the weld. Very precise here.
Perdón.
Okay, so those blades get smaller and smaller. They're sacrificial, so we have 2 more blades right there. And we're going to finish all the ends of these supports. Then we're going to tack them in. So we have 1 piece done. Okay, now that we're done with the cuts, we're just going to clean up our cuts a little bit. Bevel the angle because the beams are a little warped. There's to bevel the cut a little bit. And then we're going to put them back up and tack them up. Okay, so now we've put all the buckets. We already made these templates of all 3 of these supports. And now we've rolled on those brackets. Now those are ready to go. Now we're doing the buckets. So these are the buckets being welded onto the railing. So we're plumbing them. This is an integrated seat, so we're putting that out, angling it out. Pretty simple. So we have one right there. These are gonna be cable rails, stainless steel cable rails. ¿Todo bien, David?
Bueno. Ahí está. Ahí lo. Ahí va, A ver. Póngalo ahí.
Also, you notice this is rough steel. We're gonna grind it, clean up the rough corners, and then we send it out. Once it gets sent out, it's gonna be nice and smooth, and we're gonna get it galvanized. Okay, so on the top side, here's what we have. Our buckets, and we have our welds. These welds are at an angle, like the old wood used to be. We're mimicking the old style for the seat, the integrated seat. And these side rails are vertical, and we'll have cables going between them, stainless steel cables, all right? So that's what it looks like now from here. We do the other side, then we're gonna draw, pull a line from here all the way over to here and make sure these next two posts are perfectly in line.